guys, welcome to another edition of Ready, Set, Go VDF, where I give you an action step, a specific action step to take in your business this week to move forward, making more deals, helping more homeowners, and profiting more and having more fun inside the virtual deal factory. If you're wondering, do I always wear crazy red shorts like these? These are actually my swimming trunks because as soon as the show is over, I'm going to go do my morning swim. So this morning on Ready, Set, Go VDF, what I wanted to share with you actually is it's kind of personal. It's something that really bummed me out last week. You see, one of my personal heroes passed away, Billy Mays. For those of you who know who he is, saw it on the headlines, you probably have probably caught it by now. Billy Mays, you might know him from the OxyClean fame. Get the power of OxyClean, you know. You might know him from that. You might also know him from a new hit show he just put out this last year called Pitchmen. And for some of you that don't know who he is, let me explain why he was one of my personal heroes and how it ties to you in your real estate investing business, and also how it ties to the reason that I'm in this garage right now, because I'm going to teach you a lesson about marketing that every single real estate investor needs to know, yet very, very few actually understand. So the long and the short is Billy Mays is a pitchman. That's what he does. He pitches products. And so he created a show called Pitchmen where he would invite regular average Joe people from across the country who had literally spent thousands of dollars, often their entire life savings, 5-10 years developing what they believed to be a phenomenal product, and they would bring it to Billy and his partner. And if they thought the product was great, if they loved it and they believed in it, Billy would then create a pitch for it to see if he could sell it to America, okay? And what was amazing about this is for a lot of people, there would be this phenomenal moment where he'd see their product and he'd say, hey, I love it, I believe in it. He'd go, they would run like a test across the nation, they would do a mini test in different marketplaces, and then he would come back and he would shake their hands and he would say, congratulations, you're going to be a millionaire, just like that. And it was amazing because these guys had these phenomenal products just literally sitting around doing nothing, but once they had a pitchman behind it, once they had the marketing behind it, their entire lives changed. And so there's a lot of things I want to share about Billy. Like seriously, like this really, really bummed me out. I was just like, you know, even though he's sort of like one of my recent, it's not like I've known about him for years and years. Recently, he's just somebody who I've been talking about almost every week and excited to watch and learn from. And I hope you can learn a couple things too. So the first thing I want you to realize is that a lot of times, especially now, sales gets a bad name, and especially in real estate investing. And I think there might be some helicopters outside my garage. They're not coming for me. I'm innocent. We'll let them pass. Salute. Oh, say, what? Okay, they're gone. All right, so the point of a couple of things. First of all, sales gets a bad rap, especially as real estate investors. We're like, sales? I'm not involved in sales. I'm not involved in marketing. I'm a real estate investor. No, you're a marketer, and it's so important you realize that, and that's not a bad thing. You see, people get a bad impression of sales and marketing. They think that it's sort of just like, you know, they think of the sleazy car salesman who's going to like overcharge you for a car and then it blows up when it gets out of the lot. You know, and one of the things that I loved about Billy Mays and that he taught was, yes, Billy's a pitchman, and he would pitch hardcore, and he would close, probably one of the best ever. Yet he would never pitch unless he first believed in his product. So for you as a real estate investor, you have to realize there's nothing wrong with pitching. There's nothing wrong with selling and marketing your properties, your investment opportunities, your creative real estate solutions, as long as you believe in them. And on that same coin, or the other side of the coin, once you believe in them, there's no reason you shouldn't be passionately telling people about them, passionately selling people on your vision. You see, because take this garage back here. This garage is a perfect example to what Billy Mays would do on his show. You know, people would have these great products, these phenomenal products. And listen, there are shelves lined with phenomenal products collecting dust that nobody buys. Why? Because people have to be sold. Just like there are real estate investors with phenomenal solutions, phenomenal properties, phenomenal opportunities, yet you're doing nothing. You're not making any deals. Why? Because you're not marketing. It's just like this garage here. This garage has some of my good stuff and some of my bad. I got some junk in here. I got some old gloves. Okay, these really don't have a lot of value. They're kind of common, sort of worthless. I got a Christmas wreath here that's sort of a little bent up and has seen better days. Not really anything good. But then I have my grandfather's furniture that we inherited that I love. That's great. That's old, solid oak Danish furniture. Has real value to it. Now, let's say I wanted to sell everything in my garage. And I decided I want to sell all this stuff. And all I did was just think about selling it. How much of this stuff do you think I would sell? What? Nobody's buying anything. I'm not selling anything. You wouldn't sell anything until you did what? Until you put up a sign, until you invited people, until you put stickers on the furniture and the different things you wanted to sell, until you talk to people about it. Yet as real estate investors, some of us have that same mistake in our mindset where we just think, oh, I have good deals or I have good solutions. So somehow I'll just sit here and everybody will decide that they should do real estate deals with me all on their own. That's just not how it works. Everybody needs to be sold. And that's so important. And that's not a bad thing because as you saw and as you can learn from Billy Mays, when you're passionate about what you do, when you believe in what you do, you should want to sell people on it. You should want to be able to tell them about it and get them excited about that, okay? So just thinking about it is not enough, and it's just, again, that's just so many real estate investors, make that mistake. And so there's two principles I want to share with you before I sort of bring one more personal note that you need to hear and learn from Billy Mays, again, one of my personal heroes that I'm sad to see go, is first of all marketing is test marketing. And this is your Ready, Set, Go VDF action step for this week, is I want you to commit this to memory and I want you to apply it to your business. All marketing is test marketing. Repeat after me. All marketing is test marketing. When Billy would find a product, he'd find a great product, and he'd find something he believed in. He would then put a show together, and they would then air that show in different parts of the country, at different times, on different channels, in front of different audiences. Why did he do this? Because Billy understood that principle. He understood that all marketing is test marketing. Something that works great in one area might not work in another area. Something that works great for one age group might not work for another. And that's the same thing with you with your real estate investing. I can't tell you how many real estate investors have missed the boat, never realized their potential, never made money because they do one thing. They do one thing. Oh, some real estate investing guy told me I should send a letter in a little baggie. They do one thing. It doesn't work. And then they go, that's it. Real estate investing doesn't work. Nobody makes money. It's all a scam. I can't do this. Forget it. It's never going to work. And that's just foolishness. You need to realize all marketing is test marketing. That's what I realize in my business. We do it all the time. We do some stuff that works phenomenally well. We do some stuff that goes okay. And frankly, sometimes we try some new marketing stuff that doesn't work at all. So what? We just don't do it again. So you need to realize all marketing is test marketing. So whatever you're doing today, I need you to bing, flip that switch in your head and stop looking at it and saying, well, if this doesn't work, I failed. No, you test market it and you realize this is not right for right now in your market. Now try something else. And the second principle that Billy taught so well is that marketing solves all problems. Again, marketing solves all problems. When Billy would have a show and he saw he could get people to buy the product, you could always figure out the other stuff. If the product's too expensive to make, you could find a way to make it cheaper. You could find a way to get access to materials if you need to make it more environmentally safe. You could always figure out that stuff. That is the easy part. When marketing works, everything else follows. Marketing solves every other problem. And that's so true, and that's exactly how real estate investing is. When your marketing works, when you have the buyers, the sellers, the investors, when you have that all in place, the rest of it you'll be able to solve because you have the marketing in place. And everybody else in real estate investing works backwards. They go, well, I want to do short sales, and I know a lot about short sales. Well, if you don't have the buyers, the sellers, and the investors, I don't care how much you know about short sales, nothing's going to happen. However, when you have the buyers, the sellers, and investors, it's so much easier to figure out a solution. Let's say you were a great marketer and you ended up with 100 home buyers, but they don't want to rent to own. They want to do credit repair programs. Great. You'll make a ton of money. You just partner with someone or find a credit repair program. There's endless ways to make money when your marketing works. But without marketing, nothing else works. That's why we do with the Virtual Deal Factory. That's why we're bringing together investors, buyers, deals, is to make this so much easier for you, okay? Is to make it so much better. You got that? So all marketing is test marketing, and marketing solves all problems. Realize this in your real estate investing business, and I promise you, you will be immediately on a different level. You will understand something that even the veterans don't understand. On a last note about Billy Mays, one of the reasons I say he's a personal hero is not only because of his business savvy, but just because of the personal character he showed. If you've ever watched the show, and I highly recommend you check it out, Pitchmen. You can find free replays of episodes on like YouTube and stuff like that. You saw like his dedication to his family. There was a show where he was directing, his son, Billy Jr. was directing his first infomercial, and you saw his dad just spending time with his son and pouring into him. And I don't know, that just kind of, maybe because I'm an expectant father, that kind of moved me, and I was just like, wow, that's awesome. Because at the end of the day, all the wealth in the world, if you can't spend time with the ones you love and take care of the ones you love, it's not really worth anything. And and the one thing I wanted to share with you, kind of as a word to encouragement and as just a way of just sort of commemorating Billy Mays, is a moment I saw in probably the last show I watched of his before of hearing him pass away. Is he was doing the show and they were interviewing, I believe it was his wife, and Billy's sitting here, Billy Mays is sitting right there, big burly guy, beard, tough as nails, and his wife is recalling how Billy, what Billy did in the past, and she starts explaining how, Billy used to go on the road for weeks at a time as a pitchman in order to provide a good life for our family. And as she starts to explain this, you literally see tears start to roll up in Billy's eyes, and you start to see him, you just start to see just the sacrifice this guy made. And it touched me for two reasons. One, because you saw that he was doing it for a cause. He believed in taking care of his family. He wanted something better for his family and for the ones he loved and the ones he cared about. And it also just touched me because you saw the reality of what it is to be an entrepreneur. Is making money easy? Yes and no. The actual part of making money is easy. There are formulas. There are ways to do it. I mean, that's why we created the Virtual Deal Factory, is to make that part very easy. It's not very complicated. But it's the personal part that's really, really hard. When you saw this moment with Billy Mays, you knew that when he went out as a pitchman, he was in a hard situation. He was pitching against people that didn't want to hear from him, people that I'm sure mocked him, reject him. He faced it every single day. He kept pushing when he wanted to give up. He kept going when he felt like he had nothing left to give. And that's the mindset you need. If you really want to be in this business and really have just the entrepreneurial venture, the entrepreneurial success, more than just, hey, I made $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in a real estate deal once upon a time and now I'm done. But if you really want to do this and be on this adventure, you have to have that attitude, like Billy Mays, where you could just see that, he's willing to do that sacrifice. You're willing to push yourself beyond that level because you believe in what you're doing, because you want something better for the people you love, and because you want to leave a legacy, for the life you're living. So before I start getting all emotional, I'm just going to wrap up and say, hope you get a chance to learn. If you don't know about Billy Mays and what he's done, I hope you have a chance to check out his show and learn about him, because like I said, he's been an inspiration to me in recent times, and I hope you can learn from him. And I hope that these, Ready, Set, Go VDF lessons and action steps I gave you today, you will apply to your business. Don't just watch this and enjoy it. Apply it to your real estate investing business. Have a great time inside the Virtual Deal Factory, where deals get made. So thanks for watching. Swim trunks on. I'm hitting the pool. See you next time.